Let's talk about structure. Building elements, which are defining and bordering a space, are kept sustained by the system called structure. Structure is the anatomy, framework, carcass that holds the form sustained. In some cases, it's possible to define and point out the structure as a separate object, like in this case, in this table. But in some cases, it's not possible to define it as a different object. The form itself is the structure also. The process of production of a building is defined as construction, which includes some basic stages such as definition of a specific need, the design of a form to fulfill this need, the design of a structure to hold this form up, using proper products, vehicles, and methods to materialize this design. Loads are met and transferred by the structural system of the building to the soil. Loads are various physical forces that affect the building through its usage period and should be considered carefully in design. In an enclosed space for habitation, the structural system of a building must be able to support two types of loads. The first one is the static loads. These are dead loads acting vertically downward on a structure, comprising the self-weight of structure itself and the weight of other building elements permanently attached to it. Dynamic loads comprise any moving or movable loads on a structure such as people, animals, collected snow, furniture, etc. There are also other terms such as vertical loads, lateral loads such as wind loads or earthquake loads, settlement loads, ground pressure, water pressure, thermal stress, occupancy loads, so on. Structural systems. There are two main types of structure, skeleton frame and masonry. In masonry construction, loads of the roof and the floors are transferred to the foundations and to the ground by load-bearing exterior and interior walls. They also function as separators. All the walls are load-bearing in every point. Like in this picture, the masonry, stone masonry structural system of a building, all the loads that will be imposed on this building structure will be met and transferred to the ground by the whole walls, all these stone walls. However, in skeleton frames, loads of roof and floors are transferred to the columns or posts through beams to the foundations through columns. Columns, posts, and beams are designed to form structural frames. Walls are non-load bearing and function as separators. Like in this case, the main structure is this green steel posts and beam frames. The walls, they are just separators. This is the main diagram of the load transfer in a structural skeleton frame building. Loads of the floors are transferred to the beams and then they are transferred to the columns or posts. With the principal structure elements of column, beam, slab, and load-bearing wall, it is possible to form an elementary structural unit capable of defining and enclosing a volume of space for habitation.